Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Inspiration and Wellbeing channel. This week's video is about a topic that's very close to my heart: business success mindset. But before we dive into this week's video, I just want to say a huge thank you to some amazing people who have made this week's video possible. Shout out to Tom Caska, Nada Jamal, Lillian Brummet, Glen Bhimani, Venessa Nickless, and of course Esther Stanhope. You're all Kiz's kind of people. Namaste. This week's video is brought to you in association with the book, The Game Changers Handbook. The Bible for every SME, written by some of industry's most knowledgeable thought leaders, the Game Changers Handbook is produced in an informative conversational style with valuable, insightful advice and case studies taken from real business people running real businesses. The Game Changers Handbook is packed full of valuable insights and advice that tackle some of the most common and often not so common problems associated with running your own show. Whether you're working alone from home or running a business with employees, this is the book you can't afford to miss if you're already running your own company or plan to in the very near future. To pick up a copy of the Game Changers Handbook, just click the link in the description box of this video and you'll be taken straight to Amazon. Okay, that's it, job done. Now let's talk about inspiration and motivation as it applies to business success mindsets. Now, there are a number of skills and attributes necessary to run a successful business. Most of these skills are learned, put into practice, strengthened, and nourished through diligence and the willingness to grow. Also, having the right mindset as a business game changer will allow you to deal more effectively with your daily business because you'll be thinking like a successful person. Mindsets are an important part of personal development and success in life. A good mindset can help people overcome obstacles and reach their goals. There are so many different mindsets to choose from, but one of the most prominent is the business mindset. The mindset teaches people how to think about themselves as a game changer, and it can teach you how to work smarter rather than harder. Those who possess the mindset will make better decisions, be more motivated, and likely to achieve their goals faster than those who don't. But that's just what I think. Over the past couple of months, we reached out to our Game Changers community and asked a number of successful business people to share with us the secrets of the business success mindset. Here's what they had to say.
Hi everybody, my name is Venessa from Mind Body Success. I'm a hypnotherapist and coach that helps people with anxiety, focus, self-esteem, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to share with you a few tips on how to stay focused and productive, possibly working from home. I work from home. I have a 5-year-old daughter, so it's essential that I get everything done so that I can go and pick her up from school, all that kind of stuff, and put mum hat on after work. So my main tips are the night before or that morning before you start work, have a look and find the 3 most essential things that you need to be doing. It might be invoicing, it might be social media, it might be seeing clients, whatever it be, that you know they're essential to have that done today. Get those 3 things done and you have a far more productive day. Once you have those 3 things done, I'd like you to set a timer. So, or those 3 things in mind, set a timer. So you might say, my invoicing takes an hour or something like that. Set a timer for an hour. And after the timer goes off, you move on to something else. So your productivity will increase because you know that timer is going to go off and you need to move on to the next task. Number 3, when your timer is finished, make sure you take a break. So have a stretch, have a drink of water, go for a wander outside, just clear your mind so that your mind is almost like a windscreen wiper, having a break, wiping everything off, and then you can come back to the computer or your desk fresh, ready for the next task, put the timer on, and then go for it. Okay, so they are really simple, not always easy because you do have to stick to them, but very simple. And once you start sticking to them, it will make your focus far better. One little like bonus focus tip: get rid of all the tabs. One tab at a time, 2 at the max. Okay, everybody, Venessa again from Mind Body Success. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And all my love from here in the Sunshine Coast. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom Caska, co-founder and CEO of Aerologics. I'm from Manly, New South Wales, Australia. Aerologics is an Uber for drones business. We've built software, iOS and Android apps, and a full web interface. Like Uber, our drone pilots can be activated all over the country. And at the moment, we're capturing visual data and media for major corporations to better understand their assets and utilities all across Australia. Building a successful business is hard work, and resilience is everything. I used to be an airline pilot. I spent many years flying for Qantas, and then I had a major accident breaking my neck, shattering my C7 vertebrae. For me, this was absolutely game-changing. I lost my career. I really didn't know what to do. I'd been flying my whole life, and I didn't know where to go after that. So after many months of rehab, going back and reading as many books as possible, getting some good mentors, doing some soul searching, I went back to university and started doing an MBA. It's here where I met my co-founder of my current business, Rakesh, and we started Aerologics. Now, this was a really interesting time in my life. I completely pivoted from being an airline pilot and flying aircraft every single day. Being an airline pilot is very, very siloed. You work on checklists and procedures, and you work with the crew, and your role is very niche. Now, moving from that role into now being an entrepreneur, running a company, we've got 30 staff full-time, 8,000 contractors across Australia. It was a really big change for me. What really helped me was being resilient. For me, I find doing lots of exercise, getting up and training every morning, being super disciplined, this is absolutely critical for me to build my own resilience. And I really enjoy doing endurance events. I do a lot of cycling and a lot of cross-training, CrossFit, etc. And if I keep this up and I'm consistent at doing this, I find that it's directly transferable into my business life. So building a successful business mindset, firstly, it's really, really important to have a positive mindset. If you don't believe in what you do, and you don't believe in yourself or your team, then what hope do you have? So to build that, it's important to be consistent with what you're doing and build these really strong foundations. Another really important part about building a positive business is looking at failure as success. If you don't fail at something first, then you're not trying hard enough. How are you going to get better? I've failed in business before. I've failed in relationships. I've failed in many facets of my life, but I've also learned a lot. And you find that these are defining moments in your life that you can pick up these things and go, well, I won't do that again, or how can I do that better next time? So always make time to reflect on failures and don't look at failures as a negative thing. You've honestly got to look at them as a positive thing and a building block for your future success. Recognizing growth opportunities is really important. This also goes back to having failures and then recognizing them, flipping it on its head and going, actually, yeah, I didn't do that so well. Why? Okay, how can I do it better next time? What does that really mean for me? What does it mean for my team? What does it mean for my shareholders? So understanding where these growth opportunities are and then making sure you reflect. So next time you do it, you can do better. Everybody has bad days, and that's okay. As long as you're doing the best you can on that given day, then that's fine. And you don't have to be, Superman every single day. Everyone goes up, everyone goes down. It's a fact of life. And it's important that you just do your best every day so you can go to bed at night and go, well, I tried my best today.
My name is Glen Bhimani. I own and operate BPS Security. We are here in San Antonio, Texas, and we are the standard in security, and we provide the best security services you'll ever know. You're going to have to make up the game plan as you go, because nothing is set in stone, and you're gonna have to create your own standards, and it's gonna be very hard to get other people on board. They won't get on board until they see that it's actually going to work. Another pointer is that you have to be very determined, and you have to have a lot of willpower to stay in it, because it's going to be a lot easier to quit than keep pushing on your own until you can get more people to help you and you start learning what works and what doesn't work, just because it's something new that you're gonna have to figure out by yourself. One of the important things you're gonna need when it's very important for you to have a lot of gumption, especially when you're gonna change an industry or you're pushing an industry out. And that's because a lot of people are gonna feel threatened, and they're gonna come after you. They're gonna attack you personally, they're gonna attack your family, they're gonna attack your business. It's very important that you have a good legal team, but also that you push your own agenda and not talk bad about others in the way where you're directly attacking a company by name, but rather than the industry itself. And understand that you're gonna need to get to know other people first, and also make relationships with people like yourself that do want to change the industry, and that way it'll be a group of you instead of you by yourself. And that's going to definitely help you in the long run in weathering the storm when people start attacking you.
How to improve your confidence so you can be more successful in business and in life. Now you look at me and you think, oh, she's so confident. Look at her in front of the camera, working that lens. You can be confident too. I wasn't confident. I wasn't born confident like this. My background's broadcasting, but I was a producer. I was behind the scenes. I was never confident enough to be in front of the camera. I was never confident enough to do something like, for example, public speaking. And then when I left the BBC to set up my own business, people started asking me to speak in public, and I had no confidence to do it. So I'll give you my secret sauce. Face your fear, feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what the Susan Jeffers book says. But seriously, I am living proof that if you want to improve your confidence, you can build it, but it does take time. And you do have to stretch your comfort zone. Confidence is like a muscle. Here, I've got some little weights here. If every day you flex your confidence muscle and you push yourself, you stretch yourself a tiny bit more, you send that email, you go for that opportunity, you say to yourself, I don't have to be perfect. I only have to be 80% perfect. You will push yourself each day, but it does take one step at a time. So my big tip, how to be more confident, do something every day to move yourself forward. Be a little bit afraid. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, make yourself scared every day. But you don't have to go hugely out of your comfort zone, but you do have to push yourself. So now I speak in front of audiences. I've written a book about public speaking. I've even set up a club called the 80% Perfect Club, which is all about the everyday nudges, the little reminders. It's going to remind you that you only have to be 80% perfect every day, but do nudge yourself, do remind yourself to go there, to step outside your comfort zone, because that's where the magic happens. So if you want to find out more, hear more of my tips, learn how to speak in public, learn how to challenge yourself, go to my website, www.estherstanhope.com, and I'll see you there.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Lillian Brummet here from the Brummet Media Group. You can find us on brummetmedia.ca, or just do a search online for Dave and Lillian Brummet. Brummet is how you spell that last name, Brummet Media Group. Okay, so a shout out to Denise Hudson of We Are Game Changers, who invited me to provide this short video offering some budding game-changing advice for the entrepreneur. And honestly, the greatest lesson I have ever learned in the 2.5 decades of being self-employed, entrepreneur, a partner with my husband in a business for this long, is that we don't have to do it alone. And people want to support us, and often they'll go out of their way to support businesses that they have affection for. So how do we go about doing this the most effective way? Collaboration and networking are the greatest tools that an entrepreneur has. Let's say that we have a storefront establishment, and as you can see from this video, I work from home, but let's just say that we have a storefront establishment. So can we network with the stores that are up and down the block, the same side of the block as ours, or across the block from ours? We can see maybe if they want to get involved in a social cause that's happening. Maybe the local school is doing some work on their playground and you want to participate in it. Maybe there's a local charity event, a fundraiser. Maybe you guys can run a sale on the same day, pass out each other's cards, collaborate on multi-ads where you all save on the price of an ad, you collaborate on an ad. Perhaps you can offer something else that opens the public to come into your establishment. Maybe in your office, you're already producing things like burnt out bulbs and batteries and ink cartridges that you're already collecting for end of life campaigns, for your sustainable in-house policies, and you're going to send them, to the collection sites when the boxes are full. Maybe we could open that up to the public, maybe starting with our staff, friends, clients, family, and then later on expanding that to the public, maybe on a specific day, the third Tuesday of every month, come on in and drop these items off. Maybe we can instead put a box there and we say the first 4 days of every month we're collecting items for the local food bank, and the last 4 days of the month we're collecting food for the local animal shelter, or something along those lines. Whatever your business can commit to can also drive traffic in the door that you wouldn't have had before, and that opens up a whole new opportunity for you to start networking and building those relationships from there. Thanks for joining me today.
Hello, my name is Jamal. I'm a business strategist and the owner of Magnus Business Builder. I'm based in Sydney and can work with business owners all over the world. I believe that developing a successful mindset is like erecting a multi-level building, and that starts with having a solid foundation, one which will withstand the environmental forces. It starts with your why. Why do you do what you do? Why did you start your own business? Always remember your why. Be clear with your goals. What do they look like? What day, month, year will you achieve them? How will you celebrate? How will you feel? Just like a building, it doesn't appear out of nowhere. Are your goals written down and mapped out? Can you see and track their progress daily? The clearer you are with your goals, the more likely you are to achieve them. How committed are you to your goals? Do they align with your why? They must be your goals and no one else's. When we commit, obstacles can be overcome and solutions are easier to come by. Surround yourself with people that will lift your energy levels, people that want you to succeed in your personal and professional life. Buildings require regular maintenance. If they are not maintained, they will fall into disrepair. A healthy and successful mindset is a work in progress. It requires ongoing maintenance. Focus on your strengths. Write them where you can see them every day. Use forward-moving words like can instead of can't. Think about the words that you tell yourself. Try reframing. It's simply shifting an unresourceful thought or sentence into a more resourceful one. Challenge yourself by doing something different and learning something new. This will help to build your confidence and resilience. Here's to your success.